It's all about fall colored makeup today, ladies. I thought I would pull out some of my palettes that reminded me of the beautiful fall colors that we're seeing right here in Michigan today. The colors that have like the browns and the maroons and the oranges and the yellows, and I thought, you know what? Let's do a fun eye that emulates those colors. So that's what I did today. So this is the look. And I'm going to show you how I got this look. So with that, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit so we can get started. And I picked out some palettes that make me think of fall. I was driving home from getting my hair cut this morning, and in Michigan, the trees are just amazing. They are every color you can think of, green and yellow and orange and like a maroon color. So that made me think of two of the palettes that I have, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to use. I've got the Huda Naughty, and I also have the Huda Desert Dusk. I'm going to show you the colors in these, and then I'm going to make up my mind. This is the Huda Naughty palette, and as you can see, it's got a lot of browns, it's got some burgundies, it's got some sort of rust colored. Then I've got my Huda Dusk palette, which has a little bit of tans, some oranges, now we've got broke, some plums, a lot of different colors as well. So I was really torn between which one I wanted to use. So I think I might go back and forth between the two. We'll see. Let's see what we're going to get here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with some eye primer. And I'm just going to use my Milani eye primer. And then I did bring up my MAC paint pot in Painterly. I'm going to put a little bit of this on my lid just to cancel out some of the redness. My allergies have been going crazy lately, and you can probably tell it in my voice. I go outside and instantly my eyes run, my nose run. I get a scratchy throat, but you know what? That's okay. Just allergies. So, okay, now I'm going to start out with my, this is my Sigma E50, and I'm going to take the lightest color here in the Desert Dusk palette. I'm actually going to put that under my brow bone. It's always good to have a color that's close to your actual flesh or skin tone under there. You don't want it too white, but you do want something. And I bring it down a little bit because it's going to help my transition shade blend a lot easier. So, I got that. Now, I'm going to grab my first brush, which is my Angie A503, and I'm actually going to go into, I think, this peach color right here in the Desert Dusk. I have a feeling I might be doing most of my colors from this palette, but we'll see. It's always fun to mix and match your palettes. And I'm just using this as my transition shade. So I'm going above my actual crease. Your transition color, you always want it to be 1 to 2 shades darker than your natural skin tone. You don't want to go really dark because that's why it's called a transition color. And I think this peachy color, it's called Eden, is the perfect fall color. And you always want to blend, blend, blend. I don't know if anybody else has this issue. My one eye seems a little bit more textured than other, and it always seems to grab the color more. This eye always seems to grab the color more than this one, so I always have to go back and build my right eye up. I don't know why. It's just strange. I guess we all have things that are either our one eye's bigger than the other or higher than the other. And then I'm going to go in with my handy dandy Sigma switch, which I absolutely love, that I got from Sigma. I'm going to clean off my brush a little bit. Then I'm going to get my next size down, my A502 brush, and I'm going to go into, I think I am going to go and stick in this palette. I'm going to do the next one, Color Over, which is called Amber. And I'm actually going to go deeper in my crease, and I'm going to bring it across my lid. Now, if you watched my previous video that I did on color analysis, you will know that I am a summer and I normally go for cooler undertones, and I don't do a lot of peaches in that, but I do once in a while, just because I love them and they make me happy and they remind me of the season. But I'm going to add a burgundy color or a brown that's a little bit cooler, and I'm going to mix and match them. So, and all I did was bring this across my lid a little bit, and then I added the depth into the crease. I think these are really pretty fall colors. It just makes me think of all the leaves that I saw this morning. I'm going to actually, if I can remember when I go to edit this, put a picture of a couple of the trees that I saw lately walking around or driving around. I came home in my sub and I actually stopped and took a picture of a tree that I saw that was just, I mean, it just, God's glory just splashed all over this tree. It was just amazing to me. So it made me very, very happy. So, okay, now I'm going to take my smallest Angie blending brush, which is the A504, and this is where I'm going to go into something that's a little bit more burgundy, and I'm not sure if I want to do this color, which is called Saffron. I'm going to swatch it and let's see what we get. Or if I want to do something more on the line of, in the other palette, Untamed or Spicy. Those are pretty colors. And they're really nice and deep, so I think I'm actually going to jump over to my Naughty palette, and I'm going to grab Spicy, which is this one right here. And we're going to just deepen this area up even more. These are highly pigmented eyeshadows. That's the one thing I love about Huda Beauty. Their eyeshadows are just very pigmented, and they do blend very, very well. So I'm going to go back with my big brush, and I'm going to just lightly blend these colors in. And it's just going to soften everything up. That's got a lot of colors that the trees had. Taking my brush on my Sigma switch here, cleaning it off. I just love this. It gets my brush clean enough that I could use it for a different color if I want to, which is really, really nice. Now, my dilemma is I have to pick a color that is going to go on my lid. Do one of my favorites, which I really like. It's from the Naughty palette. And that's the one on top, and it's called, I don't have my glasses on, so Irresistible. And that's this color right here. So I think I'm going to use that. And I like to put my lid colors on with my fingers. As you can see, gives you a lot more pigment. I'm just going to put this in the center and blend it over to the side. And then I'm going to go into something lighter. Ooh, I like this. This pink color right here is called Angelic, and then they have a gold tone one right next to it that's called Celestial. So actually, I think I'm going to do the lighter pink one. I'm going to do Angelic. Let's see. I might mix a couple colors. Okay. Look at those colors. Don't they remind you of the autumn leaves? I just love these colors. But I think I want to put a little bit of a color that's got gold to it, just to bring some warmth, some gold or orange to it. Ooh. This one's called Blood Moon. It's right down there. I'm going to very lightly just tap this. Very, very lightly on top of this. And then I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to blend all of this right here at the top together. And then you can see it actually has a nice gradient of a peachy golden color into the more maroon, so it's getting a lot of the different colors that you would see in the trees. Okay, I really like that so far. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tightline my eyes. I've got my Urban Decay 24/7. This is called Rockstar. This is just like a purpley brown. I thought that would be perfect for bringing out some of the purpley colors that are in the leaves as well. So I'm just quickly going to tightline underneath my eyelids here. Then I am going to bring up my eyelash comb. And my eyelash curler, because you always want to curl your lashes, and I'm very carefully going to curl my lashes. And while I'm doing this, what is happening is my eyeliner is drying down a little bit. And then I'm going to go back and I'm actually going to put a second coat on. And I have done this for years, and this actually is going to help it stay on a lot longer. So taking the time to let your first coat dry just a little bit and putting a second coat on is going to help it stay on. Now I'm going to try a mascara that's brand new to me today that I believe probably a lot of you may have already tried it. If not, I know some of my other YouTube influencers have. This is the Caliray. It's called Come Hell or High Water. This is their tubing mascara, and it has like 4 and 5 star reviews, all of them. Everybody just loves this. And I thought, you know what? I love tubing mascaras. My first one I used was I think the very first one that came out was Blink, which I told you before, and I love it. And I use the L'Oreal one, and I love that as well. So tubing mascaras are great because they're not going to flake or smear on you. They don't necessarily always give you the most volume as a volumizing mascara, but if you're looking for length, and they're great on your lower lashes because you're not going to have to worry about your mascara flaking or smearing underneath your lashes. Wow, I really like this formula. Now with a tubing mascara, I normally do not put a primer on. Like if I'm wearing Blink mascara, because I don't know how an eyelash primer would affect the tubing formula. And a true tubing mascara, wow, this gives you a lot of volume. This is one coat. This is giving me a lot of volume. A true tubing mascara does not need any kind of eye makeup remover or cleanser to take it off. A true tubing mascara, you should be able to put warm water on your lashes, let it soak a second, rub it a little bit, and the tube should slide right off. If you need to put a cleanser or any kind of eye makeup remover on that mascara to get it off, it is not a true tubing mascara. They're made that way where they just slide right off, and you don't need a makeup remover to break down the formula like you would a regular mascara. That's why I was a little bit disappointed when Tarte came out with their new so-called tubing mascara. I had seen it on QVC when it first came out, and they were explaining it, and they said, and it comes off with, just a regular makeup remover, and I thought, well, then it's not a true tubing mascara. But, okay, that is one coat. I'm going to do the second coat off camera so we can do this faster, and I will be right back. This sponge I got in a BoxyCharm kit. It was a kit of two. One was for wet foundations and products, and the other one was for dry. I love the feel of this. I think it feels just as good as the original Beauty Blender. My favorite right now is my Stands Out sponge, but this is becoming my second favorite, and I can't tell you the brand of it. I'll have to look it back up in my kit to see if I can find it, but it does very good at blending in your foundation and your products. And it's so soft. It's just so soft. I just love it. Okay, so that's my foundation. It's got a nice medium coverage. It's not like super coverage, but it's a nice medium coverage. So we're going to go on to our bronzer next. Okay, so I brought two things up. I brought my Kiko Milano Sculpting Touch in the shade 201, and I love this for a contour because it's got a nice cool tone. I'm going to do a little bit on my cheeks, right on my cheekbone, and then I'm going to go underneath the jawline. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to blend it out with a little fan brush that I grabbed. And I like this because on older skin, cream products seem to work a little bit better. I do use powder products as well, but sometimes the cream ones look a little bit better and they don't show texture as much, especially in the winter for me because my skin gets so dry. But I do like how that blended out, and it gives me just a little bit of contour. It's a nice cool undertone. For my bronzer, I'm using the Flower Beauty Heat Wave, and this is in Sunrise L1. I'm just going to grab another fluffy brush, tap it off, and then I'm just going to go a little bit around my forehead here, just to give me a little bit of color. So I have no sunless tanner on whatsoever. It's all gone. And then I'm going to go a little bit over my contour. blend that in. Okay, for blush, I placed a Sephora order. I know their big sale is coming up, but I've been doing a lot of my shopping on Ulta, and then there's some higher end products that I like at Sephora, so I bought a couple of things. Recently, I bought the starter kit. I bought the new Tarte double eyeshadow palette, which I posted on Instagram, but I actually bought enough stuff that now I'm a VIB. I'm not a Rouge, but I'm a VIB, so I get to actually start shopping when their big sale comes up a little bit sooner and I get a better discount. But one of the things that I did just buy were these, it's a trio of blushes from LYS. And I thought, these are perfect fall colors. They've got, I have to put my glasses on, excuse me, because I can't see. Higher Standard, oh, I guess, oh wait, Unforgettable. This one's Empower. This one is Unforgettable. And this one is Grateful. And I'm going to, let me clean my hands off from the previous eyeshadow swipes. And we'll do a little swatch here on these, and we'll see what they look like. Okay. Ooh, they're very highly pigmented. This one is the Empower, and the one next to it is Unforgettable, and then this one is Grateful. Let's see, our finger left here. And that's Grateful. These are beautiful colors. They're not too warm. I mean, the one is a little bit more on the warm side, but they're pretty neutral. I think any skin tone could probably wear these. I don't think you would have a problem with them. So what I think I'm going to do, I mix a couple. I think I might do Grateful. Let's start with Grateful. And let's, oh, I had it open. Okay, so I'm just going to take it, I'm going to put it on my finger, get the glasses back off, and I'm going to tap it back here in the back. I'm going to grab a blush brush. I'm just going to blend it out. I like these. Some products you can put directly in your face, others you can't. I like that color. And then I'm going to take a little bit of, I think it's Unforgettable, is that what it is? Unforgettable. This is the lighter one. And I'm going to put that closer to the front. So it's going to have a little bit of the peachy tone as well. I'm going to blend that back. And blend them together. Like that. I'm going to take my sponge and just press everything down. Always good to press everything in to help it stay. I am not a big powder person, but I do love my Huda Beauty. This is Sugar Cookie. This is their loose setting powder. And I'm just going to take, I'm going to use my little Sigma switch, clean off my bronzing brush. And I also brought up a small brush, and I'm going to use that just to set under my eyes. I'm just lightly going to press a small amount Always tap off. I always do just the center of my face, just because I don't want that super, super shiny. With my skin, it'll look dry fast, so I'm not too worried about it. And then again, I'm just going to press that in. Okay, I think I'm going to run downstairs. I'm going to fix my hair up a little bit. We'll come back and we will put some lips on. I'll see you in a few minutes. Before I run downstairs, I thought I would show you something if I can. This was my daughter's room and it is now our guest room. And look who's sitting up here waiting patiently for me to get done. He's my little buddy that comes up with me when I videotape. Okay, I'm back. Fixed my hair up a little bit, put some earrings in, but I think I want to put a little bit of color underneath my eyes. So I think I am going to take, I didn't bring a smaller brush up. I'm going to take my smallest brush that I had, and I'm going to take a little bit of the orange color, the amber that we had originally used in our crease, and I'm going to put a little bit underneath my eyes. Just to blend it out and make it a little bit more cohesive. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Eden, which was the first color that we used that's lighter, and I'm going to put that closer to my eyes. And then I'm going to take the flat Angie brush. This is the 505. And I'm going to take a little bit of the Blood Moon color. I'm just going to right at the lash line, because that's going to give it a little bit of a shimmer. And at the very outer edge, I'm going to take a little bit of the Spicy, just to deepen it up. So it's going to blend into my deeper color at the corner. Go back with my other brush and just sort of blend this all together. And then I'm going to try my Caliray mascara on the bottom lashes and see how well this works today. And I will let you know down in the description. I will give you an update on how well this wore throughout the day. Okay, for lips, I brought up 3 of my Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink. I brought up Coy, Witty, and Cheeky. And I'll put a little swatch of each of them on my hand for you. This is Coy. This is Witty. And this is Cheeky. And you can see that they're all cooler, a little bit cooler undertone, but I think Cheeky, because it's a little bit brown and it's not as dark, or I don't want a dramatic. I've got a more dramatic eye, so I think I'm going to use this. I just brought up a Maybelline lip liner. I'm going to line my lips. Real quickly. And this is in the color Almond Rose. And then I'm going to put some of this on. Give it a good shake. Okay. Like that. So this is the final look. To me, it just makes me think of fall so much. The colors that are on my eyes, the colors that are a little bit more neutral to somewhat maybe warm on my cheeks, and a neutral lip. It's not your bright pinks and your fun light colors that you use for fall. So this is what it looks like with the glasses on. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I do hope that while you are here, you will join my community by hitting the subscribe button, ringing the notification bell, and I do hope that you give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for joining me. I love doing this, and if you have any comments on anything else that you would like me to do a video on, I have bought a couple new eyeshadow palettes, and I'm sure with the holidays coming up, I'm going to be buying a couple more eyeshadow palettes. So, and some different makeup that I'm going to try. So if there's anything that you would like me to try or give you my opinions on, I will gladly do that. I will let you know how the Caliray mascara, since that was brand new to me, and the LYS blushes, how well they lasted throughout the day, and if they held up for, you know, several hours. I usually put my makeup on in the morning, and if it doesn't last through a work day at least, then it's a no for me. So right now on Saturday it is about 12:30, so I will see how it goes. We're planning on maybe going out to dinner later, so hopefully my makeup will still be on by then. So thank you so much for joining me. Go out and have yourself a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll see you again next time.